Shalom, Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing the truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. I want to get into this little article right here. Yesterday, Zelensky was in town, and he's been, United Snakes of America has been sending, and the UN, through the guys of the UN, have been sending them billions and billions of dollars. Now we're to the trillions, A lot of money to a country that's at war, that's getting blown up to pieces as we speak. So where is this money going? Where is it going when it gets there, man? What's really going on over in Ukraine, man? We got a proxy war going over there for the first thing, where you have the UN coming in, helping the Ukrainian renegade soldiers, their ragtag army, I should say, and then you have the Russians doing their full onslaught in there, and then you have mercenaries over there fighting. So you just have a bunch of it's a war ground, actually. It's safe to say it's just a battleground over there. All hell's breaking loose. I've seen pictures of the cities getting decimated. The life has changed in Ukraine. There's an old guy out there. He was sitting in his living room of his house in the dead of wintertime. The only thing about it was a rocket came through and blew off the front part of the house. So his whole house was exposed. So he's just sitting in the cold with his head bandaged up with blood dried up, leaking from his head, and a pole in his hand. That's his walking pole, because he's a little injured from the rocket blow up. I've been seeing pictures of that since forever and a day, of just pictures of normal people just getting jacked up. And that's who really suffers the brunt of the cost, is the people. But at the end of the day, that's just what war is, man. Those are the costs of war. And so the people are suffering, and your politicians, they get to laugh and joke it out. And where does the money go to? It doesn't go to the people like it's supposed to, like they tell you it goes to. It goes to something called the infrastructure. Well, not even the infrastructure. It goes to the businesses, to the guys that come in and put bids on the businesses and the different things they knock down and different things they want to bring in. And that's what they're bidding over right now. Let me bring some of this article out and bring some verses out. It says, Zelensky urges U.S. Congress to invest in Kiev's war effort. The Ukrainian elite leader promised to handle American taxpayer dollars in the most responsible way. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky addressed a joint meeting of Congress on Wednesday, urging U.S. lawmakers to drop all their disagreements and unite behind Ukraine, while advocating for the passage of a $1.7 trillion spending bill that includes $45 billion in military and other aid marked for Kiev in 2023. That's a lot of money, man. They trying to build up, man. The war industrial, that military industrial, that's the weapons and stuff, man. That ain't for the people. That ain't for your paycheck over there. Once again, I seen the pictures. They say, man, because those soldiers, they were recruiting from whoever wanted to come fight the war. And they're saying the trench warfare is the equivalent to that of World War I. Now, through the spirit, for the last month or two, I've been watching different videos on World War I and just seeing how that trench warfare was, and just the different, the diseases, the rats, the body parts, and at any time, the enemy can just bum rush you from around the corner, missiles precisely dropping it on your head, precision bombs and those type of things, man. Those are the things that's going on in that trench warfare. But, he's asking for this money for military and spending. That's a lot of money, though. He said Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi asked all members to attend in person to hear the historic speech, which Zelensky delivered in English, interrupted by standing ovations. After several minutes of applauses, the former actor opened his speech by thanking all those who value freedom and justice. Another thing, this dude is a former actor. This is the acting stage we're in right now, man. Okay, so you go back a solid 10 years ago, America was against Ukraine, you know, because why is that? Because Ukraine had another president in office. So then they came along and put this dude, Zelensky, in office. And now he's their puppet guy. That's why he's able to come to America and get however much money he wants to, you know. Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, man. You know, the wicked can do whatever they want, man. They get money to do whatever they want and perform more wicked acts, as we see, man. $45 billion for military aid, and your country is decimated. When you think that did you want to use that to build up the country? It says, it gives me great pleasure to share our first joint victory. We defeated Russia in the minds of the world. The Ukrainian leader claimed he thanked U.S. lawmakers for supporting Kiev financially and military against Moscow, but retreated that more arms are needed to defeat Russia on the battlefield. And they haven't defeated Russia. That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie. They probably slowed them down, if even they slowed them down, because Russia really, once again, we've seen their military, as far as their weaponry, they've got a lot of nukes. They've got a lot of things to go bang. You know, they're not investing. The world militaries are far past foot soldiers right now. They're into nukes, robots, drones, and things of that nature. High power sonic wave, things that can heat you up from a distance. You know, these type of sick warfare. That's what they're on, man. You know, the times have changed. The battlefield has changed, man. He says, we have artillery, yes. Thank you. Is it enough? Honestly, not really, he said, interrupted by a burst of laughter. More cannons and shells are needed. So that's what it's. So this military war is a big business, man. It's big business. I've done numerous videos. They got you got the convention that comes to Virginia, where you got the different generals and militaries from around the world. Even some of our so-called enemies, they'll come over here into that Virginia spot. And the last one I did was about solid 5 years ago. And you know, I seen a bunch of the drones. I seen a bunch of the different low yield nukes. I seen high yield nukes. You know, these different, just a whole plethora of weapons, man. You know, so they laugh while people are getting destroyed and people's lives are changed, man. They're jacked up, man. You know, but that's the cost of war, man, and dealing with these people and you're the rulers, man. Let me bring some verses out, man. This Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. So people over there are mourning right now, man. They ain't gonna touch. They gonna see all this money coming through there. They ain't gonna touch none of it. That's messed up. They over there living in the cold. Russia done cut off the gas, Ukraine, electricity. They in the cold right now talking about some Christmas is coming up, man. This is a joke, man. You know, they still trying to go to the mall. I seen them in the restaurants and stuff, still trying to live life like everything was okay. And it's not, man. You know, y'all living in a facade, man. You know, wait till Russia really comes down on y'all, man. You know, he's cutting things off slowly but surely. You know, and still letting you live, man. Still letting you try to survive, man. He ain't bought, Mother Russia ain't bought the full brunt of herself yet, man. You know, when she rolls full-fledged in, she's asking and picking for war, man. She ain't came and kicked the door all the way in yet. But she is, though. You know, slowly but surely, man. Proverbs 29:12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked, man. You know, so you over here, you goofy ass Americans, he told you to put your differences aside for a second and help us out, man. You know how many different funds they have going to Ukraine, and these different because right now, you know, these Jewish channels, these Karzai channels, they're trying to raise money for the Eastern Ukrainians that are fleeing the war shit that's happening over there. Once again, that money ain't going to them. You know, that money is not going to them, man. These people are corrupt, man. Your leaders are corrupt. All of them are corrupt, man. You know, and you know, you know, all their leaders are corrupt, man. And all they're doing is fattening their own pockets, man. Zelensky called for unity. Yeah, they already said Zelensky's an actor, man. And that's a lot of money, man, coming in, man. Once again, we already know it's not going to the people. It's going to the war machine and building up whatever type of businesses that NATO wants to come up with after the war is over with. But yeah, I just found this, and I'm going to put a little video showing him beg and talking about it It's for investment. Everything's an investment. While my man got a full-fledged war going on, he's coming over to America trying to get more investments, man. You know, showing you how much BS they're full of, man. With that being said, I'm just edifying. Shalom, Akim.